it carries, let's talk about the what is digital marketing. So you know that, you want to do digital marketing. So how do we go about that? What is it exactly? Well, let's just define it. Digital marketing is just the act of promoting a company's product or an individual's product or service with the help of a device or technology. And so obviously when we talk about device, we're talking about maybe a laptop, we're talking about a mobile device, and we talk about technology, it could be an app, it could be, a cloud-based platform, okay? It could be a piece of software, okay? So a lot going on the digital side in terms of variations and what you can do. But that's in a nutshell what digital marketing is. You're really just using technology to promote your product or service. So we know because of the benefits in digital marketing, you can promote your campaign on different platforms. Okay, so all those benefits we mentioned about instant real-time results, cost efficiency, optimizing campaigns, you could do that on search, you could do it on social, via email, on mobile apps, etc. So that's what we mean by with the help of digital devices and technology. Well, these digital devices and technology come in the form of search engines and emails and mobile apps, etc. So when we want to go and promote our product or service using a campaign, we have different options. So there are different types of digital marketing channels that we could choose from. And let's just go through that list of digital marketing channels. And the first one is what I consider the king of them all, and that's SEO. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. There's search engine marketing, there's email marketing, affiliate marketing, social, content, mobile, and then we can get into subsets of each of these digital marketing channels. But really, we'll start with SEO because that's the king. And to me, that's basically increasing the quality and quantity of relevant organic traffic on the search engines, including Google. So depending on where you're located in the US market, Google has a large market share. So you want your pages on your website to be found and clicked on organically. And so that means if somebody types in a keyword, you want that relevant page to show up first on Google so somebody can click on that link. Okay, and we know that millions of people, specifically in the US, but worldwide, you search on a daily basis. So if you're ranking for those relevant keywords, you can imagine how much traffic you can get. Okay, so that's SEO. Okay, and here's an example. So you type in online shopping. Well, you can see the first listing here is a paid search ad. And we're gonna get to that in a minute. The second, organically, is Amazon. Okay, so online shopping, you think maybe Walmart, you think maybe Alibaba, or you're thinking probably Amazon. Okay, so no surprise, Amazon's ranking for the keyword online shopping. And so if somebody clicked on their listing, that's traffic for Amazon. Let's move on to search engine marketing, known as SEM or pay per click or cost per click or PPC or CPC or sponsored search or Google ads. I mean, there's a lot of different names synonymous with SEM. So search engine marketing is really just using paid ads on search engines. Just as we saw the previous example, if you want to be found for a keyword, you don't have to worry about organic if you're willing to pay for it. You just bid on that keyword and voila, you have the opportunity to appear number one in the search results at the top of the page for that keyword. Now, when somebody clicks on it, you have to pay Google if it's Google you're advertising on, but that's the beauty of search engine marketing. You can bid on keywords and appear at the top of the search results for that keyword. Example here, if we go back to online shopping, well, myus.com is bidding on that keyword online shopping. So they're actually appearing above Amazon's organic listing. But that's what they want to do. They want to be found for that keyword. So if they're not ranking for it organically, well, they're bidding on it. And if somebody happened to click on that listing, then myus.com is going to pay Google something depending on what the cost per click is. And so that could be anywhere from 1 penny to $100. It depends. Depends on the keyword, depends on who else is bidding on the keyword, depends on the location, depends on the time of day, depends on quality score. There's a lot of factors involved and regarding what you pay. However, the benefit of SEM is visibility and getting traffic to your website for keywords you're not found for. So that's why SEM is such a popular choice for a lot of companies. Okay, let's talk about digital marketing. That's a traditional type of digital marketing channel. It's been around a long time. We all send emails on a daily basis, and we probably all receive emails on a daily basis. It's just an effective way to capture leads and convert them to customers, because with email, you can personalize your emails and you can send your emails to a segmented audience. Okay, so if you have emails from females who are 35 years of age to 44 that live in, say, the southern part of the United States, you can segment that and send them an email and cater that email directly to that audience. And of course, you can put some nice call to action in there. You can design it really snazzy, and you can track it just like you can any other digital marketing channel. So email is a very effective way to really reach a target audience, because everybody, for the most part, has a functioning email account. So basically, here's an example of an email that could go out. You're selling a product and the product's promotion is about to end. Well, get that email out to your target audience. Let them know, hey, you have until tonight to purchase the product. And if you purchase it, you're gonna get 30% off. And you can put the coupon code right in there with a nice call to action, and you can measure how many people click on that email, go to that web page, and purchase the product using that coupon code. So that's an example of email marketing. Okay, we have affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is an effective way for digital marketers to basically create a sales force of people. So basically what you're doing is you're getting merchants to promote your products and services. And you're using usually a third-party broker like Commission Junction or CJ.com as an example to introduce you, the person selling the product, the merchant, with the affiliate. So that affiliate could likely be a merchant, him or himself. And they can basically be a good partner of yours by publishing your product or service on their website so that they can sell in order to get commissions. So it's all based on a commission. So you basically are going to use a third-party affiliate like CJ, get all these affiliates to work for you. They're going to promote your product or service. If they do sell your product or service, you're going to pay them a commission. That's more or less how it works with affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing, to me, it's a good way to really promote your product or service, and you can pick and choose the affiliates or the publishers of whom you want to work with. So here's an example of affiliate marketing at work. Okay, you basically see a banner. Basically, you can see earn up to 12% advertising fees with a trusted e-commerce leader. Okay, so if somebody clicked on that and purchased, for example, or joined, you can pay out that commission. Okay, let's turn our attention to social media marketing. So social media marketing, I would say it's fairly new. I mean, if I think about it, we're in 2019, and I remember talking about Facebook back in 2006. So you're talking about 13, 14, 15 years of social media. It's definitely evolved over the years. But the concept remains the same. It involves creating different types of content depending on the platform. Okay, so you could be on Pinterest or Instagram and be dealing with photos, or you could be on Twitter tweeting out certain characters up to a limit. Okay, so it really depends on the social media platform that really drives the type of content you're going to promote. But we know social media can be effective because people use social media. I mean, Facebook is one of the more popular platforms. And if you want to get your product or service out there, you can certainly pay to have an ad on Facebook, or you could just post your content organically. Okay, that's the beauty of social. Most of your social platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram, they all have a paid form of advertising that you can use to promote your product or service. Or you can go the organic route and post content organically in hopes of driving traffic back to your website. So with social, you do have two options here, but social is interesting because there are a lot of different social media platforms out there. It really depends on your product or service. Okay, so an example of social media marketing, especially on Facebook. With Facebook, you got mobile and desktop, and you obviously have the opportunity to post something organically and have that liked or commented on or shared, or you can post an ad and get that liked, commented, or shared, or clicked, and have people go back to your website and fulfill the goal of what you want them to do. So moving on to content marketing. So content marketing is really an effective way of really distributing valuable content online. And when we talk about content marketing, we're talking about different types of assets. So it could be simply text in the form of a blog post, or it could be a video, or it could be an infographic, or it could be an image. Okay, there are lots of ways to create content these days, especially in digital marketing. And the great thing about content marketing is you're writing content for a targeted audience. So if you're trying to target an audience on, say, Instagram, then you know who your audience is and you know what the type of content you're going to post on there. So it could be in the form of a video or infographic or just a graphic. And so that's the beauty of content marketing, really putting yourself out there and depending on the platform, putting yourself out there with various types of content. So for example, if we look at YouTube, you can see this video here about digital marketing certified associate. Well, hey, you don't need to always write the content. You can produce the content in the form of a video and post it on YouTube. This is a form of content marketing. So that's content marketing. And then let's talk about mobile marketing. So content marketing, again, different types. But if we go now to mobile marketing, you can kind of segue from content to mobile, because the only difference here is with mobile, it's strictly on mobile phone. It's not desktop. So mobile marketing is really a strategy on its own that helps you, the company, promoting your product or service to reach your target audience through a mobile device. And that includes tablets. And how you can do that is via messaging. You can do it via email, or you could do it via an app. Okay, so you have different ways of getting your content out there to people. Okay, so as an example, you can use basically SMS or instant messaging via mobile devices to promote your product or service. Here's another example of a mobile marketing via app install. And so you can even compound that by running a, say, Google ad as an example, and running your Google ad on, say, just mobile. You could do a bit adjustment just for mobile, and the goal could be app installs. Okay, so, and you can even do a mobile or app extension. So there's lots of ways to really promote your app or your product or your service via mobile marketing.